Ah, Wonder Boy. If you were around during the golden age of arcades, you've probably sunk an embarrassing amount of coins into this little gem. Released by Sega in 1986, Wonder Boy was the game that made us all believe we could survive on nothing but fruit rides, skateboards in prehistoric times, and somehow fall in love with a soundtrack that looped every 10 seconds. Yes, that simple, cheerful, borderline hypnotic tune is forever burned into the memories of anyone who played the game. And let's be real, it was catchy as hell. It had that day quality that, much like a pop song from the 90s, you didn't necessarily love, but you couldn't stop humming it either. But Wonder Boy was more than just an earworm, it was a masterclass in arcade addiction. Let's take a deep dive to why this game still has a cult following decades later. The story. Classic 80s gaming logic. You play as Tom, a caveman kid, or maybe just a kid who really loves loincloths. Girlfriend Tina has been kidnapped by the evil king. Naturally, instead of calling for backup, he embarks on a dangerous, enemy-filled journey on foot, or on his conveniently placed skateboard, because that makes sense, right, gameplay-wise. Wonder Boy was a side-scrolling action platformer with 8 stages, each broken into 4 areas. That may not sound like much today, but considering the game was designed to eat your quarters faster than a vending machine, most players never made it past stage 3. In fact, only 2% of arcade players ever reached the final stage without using continues. That's right, this game was an absolute monster. If you weren't dodging boulders, jumping over fire, or getting chased by angry snails, you were watching your precious vitality meter drain faster than your willpower in a Monday morning meeting. If you ever play Wonder Boy, you know the music. Even if you haven't played it in years, there's a solid chance the theme is still lurking in your brain, waiting to ambush you when you least expect it. The main theme was a short, looping melody that lasted roughly 10-15 seconds before starting over. Sounds annoying, right? Yet it wasn't. Here's what made it work. It matched the frantic pace. Whether you were dodging obstacles or zipping along on your skateboard, the music kept the energy levels high. It was deceptively cheerful. Unlike the merciless difficulty of the game, the tune made it seem like you were on some lighthearted adventure instead of fighting for survival. It got stuck in your head like the best arcade tunes to pack Man Bubble Bobble I Run. It was designed to be simple yet memorable. Fun fact, the theme music was composed by Koichi Sugiyama, who later worked on the legendary Dragon Quest series. And just in case you're wondering how powerful this tune was, a recent survey of retro gamers found that over 70% recognized the Wonder Boy theme within 5 seconds. A higher recognition rate than the TETRIS theme! Why it kept us hooked even when it was trying to kill you's arcade, the 8 Aims had one job: to be addictive. Wonder Boy nailed this with fast gameplay, a sense of urgency, and just enough randomness to keep you coming back for one more try. Here's what made it so damn hard to quit. The skateboard mechanic. Once you picked up a skateboard, you couldn't stop moving. It felt great zooming through levels, but it also made precise jumps an absolute nightmare. The number of times players skated straight into their own death is immeasurable. The hunger mechanic, unlike Mario, who could take his sweet time, Tom had a constantly draining energy bar. If you didn't keep eating fruit, you were dead. This created a panic-inducing race to the finish. As players frantically grabbed bananas like they were at an all-you-can-eat buffet. The cheap deaths, Wonder Boy was designed to kill you, often in the most frustrating ways. A perfectly timed jump. Oh no, a randomly placed fire pit just happened to be there. A well-executed boulder dodge. Too bad, here's a flying bee that comes out of nowhere. So you remember me. The infamous level 442, if you made it this far, you probably remember this hellscape of a level. It had some of the most ridiculous platforming in the game, and many players saw more game over screens here than anywhere else. Despite its brutal difficulty, Wonder Boy was a massive hit. It was so popular that it spawned multiple sequels and even led to an entirely separate series called Adventure Island.
Yep.
Hudson Soft basically reskinned Wonder Boy and turned it into their own franchise featuring Master Higgins, a guy who looked like a caveman but wore a baseball cap. Because it was the 80s, of course, today, Wonder Boy has a strong following. It's been remastered, ported, and even got a modern remake, Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap. And yes, that damn tune is still as catchy as ever. An arcade classic that still packs a punch. If you have never played Wonder Boy, you owe it to yourself to give it a try. Just be prepared for cheap deaths, frantic platforming, and a soundtrack that will haunt your dreams. And if you have played it, well, good luck getting the theme song out of your head now. Thanks for watching, and feel free to share your memories of this classic part of arcade gaming history. Until the next one, stay retro.